Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Initially, when we learn anything, we have to follow certain steps. First do this, then this, like that. But in due time, when we have learned the knack, then we don't require to follow all those steps. Then things just happen. In the same manner, initially we have to struggle, remember, after this what, after that what. But once we have got the knack, spiritual life is a knack. It is not a military discipline. In military discipline, it is a mechanical. It is not spontaneous. Spiritual life is spontaneous. And therefore, we have to understand the difference between spontaneity and discipline. In discipline, I is very strong. I get up in the morning, I do this thing, I do this thing, I. In spontaneity, no I. Because nothing is to be achieved in life. We have to remain such a fit instrument that the Lord chooses us and expresses through us. So what is the fit instrument? Fit instrument is that which is freely available for Him to use. It is here the practice of devotion comes. When we are doing upasana, there are two things. One is, we are doing upasana for something to get or get rid of. And second thing, upasana is done to discipline the mind. So when we practice upasana, we slowly rise above the world and the body identification and start working on the mind. Therefore, the first step is to rise above the body identification. Now, what is the meaning of rising above the body identification? Or how do we know whether we have risen above or not? A simple technique is, the more we remain in the utter present, more we have gone beyond body identification. Because when we talk about our past, past always belongs only to body, not to us. So, we remain in the present. When we start practicing, spiritual life means remaining in the utter present. That's all. But we have a lot of hang-ups of good and bad experiences. Any experience which comes and goes deserves to be deleted. Like the ice cube is nothing but water. And water plus a shape is called as ice cube. In the same manner, consciousness with the shape is called as mind. So, we have to drop the shape. To drop the shape, one of the technique is to know the tricks of the mind. Like anything, nobody wants to die, the mind also doesn't want to die. So what the mind does, it plays by remembering the past memories or worrying about the future. These two things. When will I get realized? What will you do after realization? There is no need. You are that. Don't struggle in life. With this understanding, when we drop our past consciously, then to that extent, our habit of worrying about the future will also disappear. Then one day, by God's grace, we come to know past and future belongs to the body, not to us. We are presence. This presence is not contaminated by past and future. Tyage naike amrutatva manashu. By renunciation alone, the truth is revealed. So there is nothing that we are going to get as the result of meditation. Nothing you will get. But then we become so much overpowered by getting something. So I sit for meditation and then I see the light, or I see or hear the flute of Bhagavan Krishna. Then after that light doesn't come. Then you are frustrated throughout life. What happened to the light? Then we start blaming others. The thumb rule. Anything which comes and goes is a play of mind. So when we are doing upasana, it is meant for disciplining the mind, not for getting anything in life. So what is the disciplining of the mind? Mind is not allowed to run in time, in places, in objects, in people. 4 things. We only complain about the disturbed mind, but what is the disturbed mind? Disturbed mind is that mind which runs in time, space and object. Therefore, this time, space and object is the main culprit, and this is born only after body identification. When we fill in any form, what are the parameters we write? First, time, date of birth. Then space, what is the length and the width. Then the object, what is the weight. And from then onwards, the world begins. See, mind has 2 aspects. One is, mind helps us perceive the world. Up to here, there is no samsara. But the mind plays the trick, the second trick. After perception, the mind starts projecting. And the projections are always with reference to our body identification. So what will be the practice of meditation? Live in this world with open eyes, see everything, hear everything, experience everything, but no comments, no evaluation. Like the mirror. But then what happens? This is a common problem which we come across. When we are listening, everything is very clear, I understand everything, but afterwards I forget. It is a good thing. Don't try to remember anything. If you want to remember something, that means you want to teach somebody. Never teach anybody. Take care of yourself. See, by this, the mind starts remaining quieter and quieter. Then, the second step is, body disidentification means what? Recognition that we are someone other than the body. Now, what is that other than the body experience? Simply saying is one thing and living that experience is another thing. And for that purpose, asana, pranayam, etc. is practiced. So when we are practicing asana, the idea is the body is parked on the seat and thereafter no thought pertaining to the body should ever erupt in our mind. So that type of posture has got three qualities. One is the body is firm at the base, it is steady vertically, and it is 100% relaxed. Now be attentive. Body is never relaxed because body is never tense. It is the mind which is relaxed, it is the mind which is tense. So, how do we relax the mind? Relaxation of the mind means the mind gives away the shape which was adopted by the mind with reference to a particular body. Like gold is common for all the ornaments, but the same gold adopts a shape of a particular name and a form, then it is called as an ornament. Exactly the same way. Mind is common. That common mind takes the shape and the form of a particular body, and out of that common mind, somebody is born. When the mind slowly starts giving up the shape of the body is dropped from the mind. And that individual mind now merges with the total mind. Like the ornament, after melting, it goes back to the total gold. And because the mind is now not associated with any object like our body, there is no reference point for the mind to think. Mind cannot think without a reference point. And reference points are born only after body identification. If you observe this, every thought erupts to somebody, and that somebody is born after body identification. Therefore, initially, when we sit for our prayers, and if you change little bit, it will help. It has helped me. Don't sit for meditation. Then go and take a position in the lap of the Lord. भगवान की गोद में जाके बैठो. Like a child. He is in the lap of the mother, so relaxed. Don't sit on the seat of meditation. No, don't do that. Go and sit in the lap of the Lord. So relax. He is taking care of us. And then slowly you will discover that the base has become firm, vertically the body has become steady, and the body has already started relaxing because we are now secured in the lap of our beloved Lord. Meaning, we have already reached the destination. Like the Ganges have reached Ganga Sagar. Nowhere to go, nothing to do. This will remain for some time. But the mind with the old habits will start spinning thoughts. All the past memories with reference to your meditation will start surfacing. And somebody will be born. Birth of somebody is samsara. when initially we are relatively quiet, and before the thought eruptions, memories becoming enlivened, before that, now start playing what it is like being other than the body. What does it mean? We will discover other than the body means the attributes, the quality, the problems related to the body do not belong to us. So find out what are the attributes of the body. First attribute is the shape and the size. So if we are playing to be other than the body means what? Remain formless, shapeless. So the mind is given the object formlessness. What is formless? In our knowledge, it is the space. So, let us play space. The space has no beginning, no center, no modification, and no end. So if we are playing space, now evaluate your own experience. Do we have the experience of birth? No. Experience of change, modification? No. Experience of death? No. This unborn, unchanging, unending being Space supports all the contents, is not opposed to anything. But doesn't get influenced by anything. When this we consciously recognize, then worldly things, possessions, their presence or absence will not bother us. This is what Bhagavan says, Yoga Kshemam Vahamya. What I don't have, I won't crave for that. What I have, I won't worry to protect it. Here it is not thoughtlessness, but it is freedom from thoughts. Meaning, presence or absence of things in life won't be a source of disturbance. remain indifferent to every thought. There is nothing like good thought and bad thought. By this process, the thoughts lose their life and they merge back in the mind. The thought-free mind is consciousness. As the gross space is not influenced by the gross contents, so too the mind space is not influenced by the thought contents. Hence, just one has to remain indifferent to every thought. when any kind of thought doesn't disturb us, we graduate from the mind space and enter the Chidakash, the conscious space. Here it is not the Jada Samadhi. Being conscious space means the waking experiences happen, but the waker is not disturbed. The dream experiences happen, but the dreamer is not taken as real. The deep sleep experience happens, but nobody is sleeping. In the gross space, contents are many, but space is one. In the mind space, thoughts are many, but the mind space is one. In the Chidakasha, conscious space, waking, dream, deep sleep are many, but the conscious space is one solid space. यद्गत्वा न निवर्तन्ते तद्धाम परमं मम. Having attained this Chidakasha, thereafter play the game of life. Just for time pass. Because there is nobody who is playing. Sukha dukhe same krutva लाभा लाभो जया जयो ततो युद्धाय युज्यस्व नैवं पापम अवाप्स्यसि. Because we are just playing the game of life, not for winning or getting defeated, but just time pass. we have not gained anything. This bargain of total loss is living in meditation. Because we are not struggling to stop the thought process, we are not tired. Let the thoughts come and go, who cares? Like presence and absence of things is equal for the gross space. Similarly, presence and absence of thoughts is same for the mind space. And the waking, dream, deep sleep and samadhi, they are same for the conscious space. This is the ultimate truth. So if you observe, your body is no issue for you now, because you have grown out of body identification. Now see the process and learn it. Now take deep breathing 2-3 times slowly and observe how the body is included in the mind. Now, the second observation, move your fingers and toes slowly, and now see the experience that I am inside the body and the world is outside the body has become real. Body identification is complete. Now hereafter, somebody will be born every moment. Mother, father, brother, sister, husband and wife. And they will start living the life. And although it is so, you are untouched by any one of them. Remember this principle and play the game of life. Offer everything at the feet of the Lord and relax. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.